This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. So we got this little Rod lawsuit. I don't know why people are taking it so seriously, because this guy seems to go off the hinges, like with certain stuff. Like, okay, so there's this new part of the suit that I a lot of it seems to be made up and people keep repeating it. So I'm going to make it very clear that it seems like this little Rod lawsuit seems to be, a lot of it seems to be crazy talk. You know, he said, Young Miami is accused of trafficking coke for Diddy in Little Rod lawsuit. Do you think Diddy is trafficking cocaine? Maybe she picked some up for him to have at the house, if anything, for personal use. But come on, man. Like, are you serious? Like, this guy's just, it's pretty obvious to me that this guy's making up a good amount of this stuff. Like, I'm not saying that, we all know Diddy's a weird guy that does freak offs and mistreats people. There's nothing that I don't believe Diddy is a good person, okay? The way he treated all of his artists. He just gave them back some of their publishing and some other rights after they've milked it for 20, 30 years. He didn't give them back their masters. I think Diddy's going to sell his masters next to whatever he owns, the remaining rights to Bad Boy. He's selling that stuff. I promise you, because he's unloading everything now. He's anticipating they're going to take him down like R. Kelly and Bill Cosby and everything. They're trying to, at least, you know. And listen, Diddy's not perfect, right? But he should only be guilty of the things he's guilty of, not things that he's not guilty of. I hate it when things just get added on. We already know this guy isn't perfect, okay? Morally, we know he's wrong. Does it mean he needs to go to jail for the rest of his life? It depends on what he did. You know, I'm not over here like, yes, take Diddy down. No, you can, like, Slim Thug is right about one thing. You can't ignore the fact that people like Diddy, Dame Dash, Jay-Z, Birdman, these are figures that push the culture forward. They were motivation for most of us getting in the game, especially back then, you know? These are the people you saw making real money, having real things. And it's sad to see that this guy, I mean, we already knew Diddy wasn't perfect. You know, I always thought, like, I would never sign a Bad Boy, you know? Like, I'm sure French Montana, when he signed, was extremely careful with the paperwork. But, so there was this other YouTuber online. I'm not going to say the name, but they were talking about, let's see, they say that Diddy says Young Miami, Jade, and 50's baby mom had a freak off with a retainer per month allowance. This is just stuff that's just made up, you know? It's, come on. Now, Diddy, some more stuff's coming out that during the home raid, Brendan Paul was seen speaking to federal agents at the airport. So he was either about to get on a plane with Diddy, or he flew from LA to Miami, and then they were going to go from there. Now, this guy got arrested. This is the drug mule, alleged drug mule, that 25-year-old guy. Maybe he is. Maybe this is his guy, you know, where he gets his, you know. We saw Diddy acting his worst and act bad. Remember when that scene, Pause, No Diddy, when he got on the table naked and, like, it was, they blurred it out. It was like, whoa, bro, what are you doing? This is acting freaky. This ain't acting bad. You're acting like a weirdo at this point, you know? Don't say act bad. You're acting weird, like freak off weird, you know? Now, Tor, if you don't know who Tor is, television personality that's been around for a while. He used to be, I can't remember, it was MTV. It was one, I think he was on MTV for a while, but he's been on a bunch of different music television programs. I think he had like a interview thing on MTV all the time, and he'd interview the artists, right? He says that he had a family, like he used to be on speaking terms with Diddy like 14 years ago. He knew him enough to ask a favor, and he asked him, hey, can you hire my cousin for a internship? I think it was a cousin, something like that. Diddy agreed. 4 months into it, it abruptly ended. Years later, his cousin told him it was because Diddy told him, this is a guy, you know, spend the night tonight or the internship is over. Wow. The guy said, it's over, bro. Like, we're done. It sounds, it doesn't sound wrong. I mean, remember, don't forget, Kid Cudi had crazy stuff. Kid Cudi actually confirmed that Diddy tried to blow up his car. So Diddy's crazy. Diddy does crazy stuff. Remember when he had the chef and the chef got fired because she had a problem with Diddy coming out to the kitchen naked and grabbing sandwiches and stuff? I believe her now. I didn't necessarily believe it back then. I kind of believe it now. This guy's wild. This guy's crazy. He doesn't respect other people. Now, what artist is this, man? I always get him confused with Skillabang because his name is Skillabang's a Jamaican artist, but I always it's Skillababy. That's what it is, Skillababy. My mind is able to like intertwines people's names all the time. This is Skillababy. Trash song with Young Miami. Wasted whoever's studio time that whoever paid for the studio time. Wasted that. That was trash. She should stop. Okay? Go back to making girl records or redo old records because that's the cheat code. Then we got Stevie J. Of course, he's standing by Diddy. He's been with Diddy for 30 years. And, he says, one-way ticket, let's go. I don't know what he's talking about there. He says, any weapon-formed events, Diddy shall not prosper. Bro, you're just as freaky as Diddy, bro. I would stop talking. We saw some of the women you chose to be with. Enough said. Cardi B, Paris Hilton, Joyner Lucas, Rihanna. They're all having some dinner. Something's going on there. I don't know what it is. But yeah, what it is. Future and Metro Boomin's We Don't Trust You, now aiming for #1 debut on Billboard 200 with an increase 235,000 units the first week. Salute to them. And still, even though I had some issues with I didn't have a personal issue. Don't get me wrong. Like, you guys are taking it the wrong way. The Prodigy snippets on that album are from my footage, and I just didn't appreciate. I'm very cooperative, right? With, old footage and stuff. You own it when you film it, right? But, I had more of a personal friendship with that family and the estate. And I don't appreciate a lawyer calling me and pressuring me to do stuff that it was just like, I just needed to look over paperwork, right? You always got to protect yourself when you're signing something. And I let them take the funds for the estate. It's fine. It's like, I didn't appreciate the way the lawyer, you guys are confusing what I was talking about before. Some people were, they're like, oh, shut up, stop crying. It's not about that. It's about how it was done. It's like bringing a gun to a fight that's not even a fight. I got approached about the actual clip without them even telling me it was for Future's album. I had to figure that out on my own. After I was like, why are they asking about this clip out of nowhere? And I had to find out. And then I said, hey, is it about this? Because I saw that Future and them had put it on a promo. And I was like, oh, they're probably going to use it on the album. And they were like, well, it's about other stuff too. And I was like, what? And it just was so underhanded. And then underlying threats from a powerful lawyer. I was like, now I have to get a lawyer for something I'm not even, I don't even know what the money amount is or anything, or if there's money for me there. So I just said, you know what? I don't ever want to deal with this again. And I just signed it over, And, yeah, you can't cry. I'm not crying over that. It was the way it was done, when I've been nothing but cooperative in the past when, footage was needed for music videos and stuff, I'm the one who handed a lot of footage over willingly because I wanted Prodigy's legacy to be protected, I'm like, I have this footage here that we never used, because it's mine, because I archived it when he went to jail, and then we never did anything with it when he came home from jail because he was doing new stuff, So I just archived it. It's mine until it's bought, But anyways, I'm happy. Bottom line, my point is, over everything, Prodigy's legacy is important, because that was an important part of me getting into music, period, Prodigy worked with me very early, so I'm always grateful for that. So it's like, this money will probably end up with this kid somehow, so it's like, it's cool. I just wish that it would have been done more straightforward, because then I could have negotiated, you guys get the rights, you guys get the residuals, I just get a basic fee, they didn't even, the lawyer was super rude, bro. That's what it was. I had to rewrite the contract to protect myself, and that's why. I'm sorry to go on a tangent about that. Drake, so Kendrick Lamar posts no parties in LA amid Drake beef, That's just Kanye just being Kanye. And that's it. I appreciate you guys. Sorry for ranting at the end. I wanted to get that off because some people thought I was crying about it. I'm not. I'm just saying, just voicing how I feel about something, And you don't have to like what I said, but I wasn't trying to do business on that footage. It could have been done more straightforward. That's all I'm saying. I feel like it was disrespectful the way it was done, because it's that could have been handled one-on-one. I don't need a lawyer threatening underlying threats, chill out, bro. I'm not the enemy, I'm someone who works with people. I don't want no problems. It's not that. It's better the estate handled it anyways, because they can get more money out of the deal because they own all his life rights, so they can negotiate so many different things with that. With a soundbite. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. I'll check you guys later.